Check the back seat.
All right, come here.
Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. But with changes in routines, distractions, or a sleeping child, it can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. So get it in your head.
Check the back seat.
A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Crossover. Oh, killer crossover.
Just crossover. It just crossed him over nastily.
Another victim to the crossovers. Cross him up and sit him down.
Time for the crossover, powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha at everlevelconcrete.com. Josh, Nick, and STIBBS.
Hi.
Hey, STIBBS, my long former co-host,
Yes.
Mike STIBBS is here.
What a great
My
show
dear,
that was.
dear friend.
I had a blast.
We should find that audio and play that in the best of next week. The STIBBS Happer show from 2019.
Yeah, where we talked about.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
It happened.
It was
What was
a great
Kurt Warner's
show.
son's name?
Cade.
Cade.
I forgot about that.
I have no idea what we talked about that day.
That was the one serious thing we kind of.
Whose
about.
folder would that have been?
That
in?
would-
Who was the producer? Was it George?
It was George.
Nick, do we still have the George folder?
It was George.
I don't know if George's folder still exists.
We should check.
It would have either been
Why
my.
doesn't George's folder exist, but mine does?
That's a great question.
Muff.
Interesting. No.
It was either my second. I think it was my second radio show of the day because I had to work, and then I came here and did a radio show.
Nope.
The
and
George folder is gone.
The George folder's gone.
Wow.
Man, that would be
George
a great
caught in the
podcast.
rap.
Means
Sure.
a lot of Nick Baugh history is gone too.
Not great.
No.
Not great. We don't have the early John and Josh days. We don't have the John and Michael days. Just kind of disappears out into the ether.
Do we have STIBBS stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, STIBBS stuff is everywhere.
Where is the STIBBS folder?
It's in the zone folder.
STIBBS, I'll ask you permission on the air instead
Whoa.
of texting you about the thing I was going to ask you about. You made a great little imaging kind of donut. Do you mind if I use that to bring it back and put in some new things?
Yeah, have at it.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to do that. I have some ideas for some imaging for 2025 that we're going to.
Ideas.
That
I'll
we're
be
gonna
interested
bring.
to see if I recognize it.
Yeah. We still have some of your stuff that airs on the station.
I hear some stuff here and there
Yeah.
outside of the actual open.
Yeah. So I got to find it in your folder.
Guys, I
Go
found
for
the
it.
George folder.
I was going to say, that'd be wild if it
Nice.
wasn't there anymore. Where was it?
It'd be
It was in-
racist if it wasn't.
It would
there,
be
really.
racist if it wasn't. It was in
Tough luck.
production one, but it was in like a hidden production one folder.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Wow. Got to hide.
Gotta hide that one.
Wow.
Interesting.
So I don't know what time of the year that was. July, maybe.
It was.
I thought it was July or August.
I think it was. Yeah, right before.
Because
season.
what were you trying out for? What would eventually
was-
be the Gary Sharp show?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So the Gary Sharp show started,
Correct.
I think, like right before football season. I think it was like August. So it probably would have been July or
That was
August.
right after Nick, right?
Nick left. I thought Nick left it like.
Well, like that was the
June.
show.
Yes.
After Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, if we could find this, I would love to hear this show.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't actually.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear it.
I don't know. I'm sure I was horrible.
Probably a lot of
That'd be fun though. to
positive
hear
Scott
that,
Frost
right?
takes.
Probably. Yeah, that probably didn't age well.
STIBBS, I found a bunch of the Uncoiled stuff in George's folder.
Oh
Remember
my God,
Uncoiled?
that's right. That's where we saved that.
What was Uncoiled?
It was a show that George and Laura and I did on Coil.
Wait.
I
it was called
forgot about
Laura,
that.
Uncoiled?
Laura from at the time, I think she was doing the morning show on Sweet 98. Or no, it would have been before that because she was interested in doing more long form type stuff. So she talked to Tepper
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, well, I have Coil that I can do anything I want with because no one cares about it.
No offense.
So
Nice.
no offense.
No offense,
But
Coil.
We love
no
Coil.
offense, Neil. But so like at night at like 8 or 9 o'clock on Saturdays or something, we did a show.
That's
Well,
right.
I
What
listened to it
was-
a few times. It was great.
What happened on the show?
They would just talk about
It
music,
was like a lot of
things,
pop culture,
pop culture.
a lot of music. We did a karaoke segment
Did you
where
do
we
takes?
sang.
You had takes?
No real takes, if I remember. I mean, well, yeah, I guess I'd
Probably
like
takes about
Taylor
music.
Swift takes.
Pearl Jam rules.
Yeah, I'm sure I mentioned
Taylor
that.
Swift takes.
What? So this was 2019. Around what month do you think that would have been?
I'm looking in
We were thinking July.
yeah, I'm checking through the mentions whenever somebody tags Connor and STIBBS together.
Was it the 18th? Because 7/17 is marked last one, but then there's one the 18th.
Well, I mean, honestly,
I can
Nick, you
listen
would
through
probably
these.
just have to search through like almost day
There's
by
no way to
day.
know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look through this set first.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember you talked to me about becoming a Chief, that you decided you were a Chiefs fan, and that made me very upset.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Has that stuck?
No.
He's a Panthers
Okay,
fan.
Good.
No, I'm not any fan of anything.
Yeah.
I'm an NFL nihilist.
Do you like the
I
NFL?
care about nothing.
He
Yeah,
likes-
I love the NFL.
Yeah.
You're just like a red zone guy.
Yeah, I love Red Zone.
Red zone.
Love
rocks.
Red Zone.
I kind of love it when the
NFL.
Broncos are on Monday night or Sunday night or Thursday night because I can just sit and watch Red Zone and not have to worry about.
Dude, Red Zone rules.
It's almost over. I'm getting so sad. We have 3 weeks left. It's almost over.
Stop it.
What?
3 weeks left.
Yeah.
It's
Then
a
there's
countdown.
playoffs.
Yeah. And then there's playoffs, but then there's only like a game on at a time.
Well, you get to watch the whole game.
I do like that. I'm just sad.
I mean, I
what,
will.
Happer?
I will miss 7 hours of commercial-free football, but
I heard there was a commercial this weekend. I didn't see it.
what?
Yeah, somebody.
Was it an accident? They just like let one
The
of
people are
the
freaking out because they did a commercial.
Uh-oh.
Now they
Interesting.
do the thing where they like put up half the screen as a game and the other
Yeah.
half is a commercial.
Just an ad.
Yeah,
But it's not even usually a commercial. It's just
it's a like
it's
a
just an
slate.
ad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you would have tagged? Do you think you would have announced I'm on the zone today?
Unlikely.
That'd be my guess too.
Yeah,
Damn
probably
it.
not.
Unlikely.
Because I tried to just search when people tagged both of you at a time, but it just gave me every time you were tagged in August. It wasn't together.
People were
definitely tweeting at you.
I remember you
Really?
tweeted at us. You made fun of me for calling Cade Warner a possession.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you were.
man.
You,
So if you can find that,
you said he was like a lunch pail guy or something. You were like, he's Danny Woodhead.
he's white.
Yeah.
He's a white guy.
All right.
He's our white receiver.
All of these from the week after the last one has just been Vers.
Okay.
And
There was definitely a period of that.
there was
Yep.
lots of verse.
Vers
Yeah,
was
a lot
the
of
fill-in
Vers.
man back in the day.
Vers
Yeah.
was the go-to.
Not anymore. I was actually
Burn
thinking
that
about
bridge,
that.
too.
I love when STIBBS is in. 'cause
I
he
don't
just-
work here anymore.
He just says whatever he wants to say.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
a nice life.
It's incredible stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know anyone who works here anymore.
Yeah, it was great.
know me.
One of our coworkers came over and said a sentence, and STIBBS was like, "I don't know any of those people." It was
She named off like 3 people's offices, and I was like, I don't know what any of those are.
Yeah, it was.
No,
really
I mean,
funny.
I've worked here for only 3 years, and it kind of feels like that sometimes.
I walked in and Ed was at the front.
Mhm.
You know, Ed.
I know Ed. I
Yep.
like Ed. And the person at the front desk asked like why I was here, and I said I was hosting the afternoon show on 1620.
The Zone.
And Ed was like, he used to produce that show. And I said, yeah, it took me leaving here to actually get promoted to host in order to.
Nice.
They didn't do it for the 8-9 years that I was here.
You
Not
left-
that I wanted to be. But
and then, like, I think I asked you to fill in like a couple weeks later. You filled in with me at the golf course.
that's right.
Remember, Nick did Formula Friday.
Flash?
Bring
That's
back Formula
right.
Friday, Nick. By the way, I'm finding my tweets to you guys that summer. I'm gonna
This is
find
fun.
this eventually.
found-
I hope you don't find it.
August was Ravi.
August was Ravi.
Mhm.
But the
Hi,
thing
Ravi.
that I found was STIBBS and me yelling at some loser who has their account suspended now. Probably talking trash to
Oh, I
us.
bet I know.
Because
who
that's
it
what we
was.
used to do a lot. We would just
Yeah.
go at listeners.
There was one guy who just made multiple accounts. We learned that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet it was that guy.
People wouldn't do that, especially on YouTube.
Yep. Definitely not on YouTube.
That's not happening.
Nope.
Not
I
at
can't.
all.
Happer, you're in luck. I cannot find it right now.
I can't find it either.
I can only imagine the things
I'll find it
that
someday.
I said. Trying to cosplay a good radio host
Nice.
it just does not feel like, because you try to do like a real radio show.
Yeah.
Plus, you were with me, which couldn't have been any help because I wasn't even trying to be a radio host.
Right.
So
I
you
don't
were-
know. I don't think
you were the most
unhelpful.
radio hosty person in the room.
See, that's not
But
me,
there's
though.
a lot of criticism now of Happer all over the internet that when he went
I've
from
heard.
Lincoln to Omaha, you became an insufferable douche. That was a word.
Wow.
That's what they're saying. By the way, I found out.
Is it all the Creighton stuff?
Yes.
People
Yeah.
don't like the
Even though
I'm-
you
I'm
were a
with-
Creighton honk in Lincoln.
I
I'm
was.
with the people.
Yeah.
Nice. By the way, I found a tweet from me to you, Stibbs, where I said, "When did you join the Mariners? Who is that man?"
That's a Vogel something. What they
Daniel
called him
Vogelbach?
Vogelbaum. Yeah,
Nice.
that's all.
Kind of looks like Stibbs.
That's all that kept coming to mind was
Danny
Vogelbaum.
Burgers. That's
You
what
look
they
like a
call
lot of
Danny
baseball
Burgers.
players. There's that, and then there's
Yeah, who
what's
did
his
you
name?
say the other day?
Roncalli.
Alec Baum.
You look like
Bohm.
Alec Bohm.
When Daniel Vogelbach went to the Mets, they started calling him Danny Burgers.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's better than Vogelbaum.
Danny Burgers.
He's not that good.
No, he strikes out a lot. He hits a
Yeah.
lot of home runs.
All
You
right,
lost
well.
your guy Dave Sims to the Yankees.
I know. I'm kind of sad. Dave got some crap sometimes because he'd get stuff wrong, but I really, really liked his voice.
Especially when he tried to do like Big East basketball.
Yes, I didn't watch any of that, but even the team that he covered daily, he would get things wrong from time to time.
But he has a great voice,
but he has a
an
great
incredible
voice.
personality.
I love the
That's
I love
amazing.
his tag, his hey now, hey now, hey now. I
Don't
love
dream it's
that.
over.
That's what I was going to say. Is that a home run call?
It's anytime something big.
It's
happens,
like a
yeah.
good
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
I was there for the walk off. He probably said, "Hey now."
bet he
back
did.
He
in
probably
May.
did.
I bet
Yeah.
The
that
old
was
guy
cool.
used to sing show tunes all the time, though.
Which old guy?
The Yankees old guy.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
John Sterling.
John Sterling retired, and then the Yankees went to the World Series. Like,
And they
actually,
brought him
I'm
back.
back.
I would
bitches."
love to call more games, and they let him call more games.
They did.
Can you imagine
Luckily-
if John was like, "I'm done with Creighton," and then they made the Final Four, and he was like, "Sorry, Happer, I'm calling the Final Four."
So I went back and I was listening to the radio broadcast of my very first
Okay.
MLB game that I went to. That was the Yankees Royals game
Wow,
because I wanted,
what a statement!
Cool.
yeah, because I wanted to
You
hear
don't have to
John
explain
Sterling
yourself.
call the game, but he wasn't doing that one. He had retired.
You could hear many of them on the internet.
No, I wanted the
Thousands,
specific one that I went to.
Oh,
I've
Do you
heard
think
him.
he'd say your name?
No, I
And
just wanted
there's
to.
Nick Grimm in the crowd.
Section
I-
242, row 13, seat K.
Hi, John. I wanted to hear the play-by-play call of the game I was
Marlowe, the Marlowe.
at. No, you nailed it.
Stib saying the seat number, Happer, reminded me of when we were
What
at
was my
Circa
seat?
and we were idiots with our seat row. I don't think
Oh,
we ever
yeah.
told that story
We
on
didn't.
the air.
Does it have to do with the
Oh.
letter that I just said?
No, it wasn't
No.
K. It was
Okay.
it was
It
row.
was I-7.
But we thought it
Yeah,
was
so we had
17.
we went to the
Yes, it looks-
lovely Circa Sportsbook and Casino, and we were there on an NFL Sunday, and luckily they came through for us and gave us some assigned seats in the sports book, which we desperately wanted. And we got them, and then we walked through all the rows, and we realized that we couldn't find a row I, right?
we thought it was row 1516. We thought it was seat
Yes.
16 set.
Yes.
We couldn't find
So
it.
we went back up to the people at the top of the stairs, and we said, "Excuse me, I don't believe. Is this a dupe? What's
Excuse
going
me.
on?" Yeah,
These letters
like,
and numbers don't
sorry,
seem to
you,
exist.
you who have worked
And
here
the-
for years.
the lady who's
you're
like,
wrong.
she's like 4'5". She looked at me without blinking. She goes, "It's I."
That tells me you guys weren't the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
let's
I
face
had
that.
figured it out.
Yeah.
I walked back over to where she had said it was, and it hit me. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, big
Those were
idiot.
letters. And Happer came over, and I was like, and he was like, yeah.
There is a pandemic. It's careful.
It's back.
Epidemic, maybe. I don't know. But there is an issue when places like that use letters and numbers interchangeably or next to one another. If you're
Yeah.
going to use I,
What's an I? What's an L? What's a
Put-
one?
put the
Put the
dongles.
lines.
Yes,
You got to
the
put the line.
dongles.
If you're going to
The
write out an
serifs.
I don't care
You
about it.
can't put a straight line in front
Yeah.
of a 7 and think
Yeah.
people should know that that's an
It's
I.
not a
100%.
keyboard.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stibbs.
You're
Good
welcome.
take. Great take.
And-
I would have been stupid right there with
We
you.
felt like big dumb idiots.
Huge.
And then we
huge.
had a great time.
She was not like. I kind of thought she was going to be like,
Oh,
"Oh,
you
oh yeah,
silly
because didn't
goose.
you
why
laugh?
don't you
like,
look at it a little closer or something like that?" Like that
Yeah.
would have been funny.
yeah, you weren't you like, oh,
Yeah, I
was
tried to
just
make a
like,
joke
"You
out of it. Like,
dumbass."
I tried to make fun of myself, and she was like, she didn't say anything.
Get to the back of the line. Andy writes, start spreading the news.
Yeah.
Nick is at the game.
Hell yeah.
Section 232.
New
Row
York.
J.
It was actually 148 row R seat 1.
There you
Thank
go.
That's pretty close.
That wouldn't rhyme in New York, though.
Mike writes, COVID is back, question mark. Remember when we would do the videos of us cleaning the studio?
Do I?
Oh, great times.
Dear God.
Stibbs it would be a punishment at the end of the show. Whoever had the worst takes
I
had
got
to,
to decide who
had
had
to
the worst
clean
take.
had to wipe down the desk.
Did you ever have the worst take?
No, that's the best part. Is I never.
It
had
was
to pick
always John
myself.
or me.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a great video. We would tweet them out.
You just did this side though. I still had
Yeah.
wiped down everything.
How did you
over
clean
there.
the shower curtain?
We didn't. We just sneezed all over it.
COVID was all over that shower curtain.
When I started working here, the glass wall was still up.
Yeah,
It's
the
up for
glass
a long
window.
time.
And I said, you guys know it's over, right? And I think I moved to take it down almost immediately.
Yeah, we tore it down.
We tore it down
that
at a crossover. But it was like very early in my time here.
Oh, was it?
Yes. I was
That's
very
Tear down that wall.
exactly. And then it
Gorbachev.
sat over in that corner for probably 7 to 12 months.
until we had
Definitely.
Trashapalooza 1.
yes.
Yep.
Until big garbage truck came.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, Stibbs, this is a new thing.
It doesn't
We
look
get-
that different in here.
We get a big dumpster.
My parents do this, and
Yeah.
somehow nothing ever. Their house is just as
It,
there's just as much junk
it
in their house
happened
as there was
twice
when the
in
full
less than a
dumpster was
year.
there.
And I don't think anyone put anything in it the second time.
I bet that Nielsen's closet looks exactly the same.
Oh, yeah.
None of. I mean, I hope none of it got thrown away.
He's
'cause
never
I've
been down there.
I've been asked. Oh,
You've
really?
never seen Nielsen's space?
No.
I can take
let's
you.
go
Let's
down.
go.
That
Field
would
trip.
No,
be
like right now.
Yeah, that'd be a great.
I'll take my
little
computer. We could do it on
We could
video.
do our stream.
Go do it. That's funny. That's a good bit.
It's not.
It'd be a great segment.
I'll go
No,
down there
I
someday.
love it down. There's a bunch of like old school
Mhm.
audio dork stuff down there.
Love that.
Great audio boards.
Yeah, I've heard there's new ones too.
Yeah. That was
These are
also
happened since
still in
Happer
the box.
arrived.
that also happened when I got here 3 years ago.
They ordered the new boards then.
They were here by the College World Series of that year. Yeah.
The boards had been
It's
here
2022.
a while.
Yeah.
I helped carry, because when they got delivered, I helped carry them upstairs.
How much are they?
Oh.
I don't
That's
know.
my first question.
I don't
because
answer
that
that
money could
question.
have been given to
Aren't
you
they
guys.
like? Isn't it like the board that you have but bigger? Like the boards that we have in the side studio.
Yeah, they're like digital. Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
digital
And
I've
the-
boards.
seen those.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah,
It's like that, but-
that's it.
but with
Ours is gonna be
many-
a little more.
Legit.
Yeah.
So I.
Here's a question.
4
What
figures.
did we need them? And
Well, it's
second
'cause
of
this
all,
is old.
if we bought them,
We should install them.
why are they not being used?
It's a great question.
Well, it's because we're
Tell me,
always
Nick.
in the studio.
Well,
They never
that's
have
not
a
true.
time when we're
Except
not in
for-
the studio.
Except for the
Except
2 weeks
for-
a year during the College World Series
Yep.
and the
Yeah.
1 week a year during Christmas. and
We're
then
out
they-
next week.
Every
Next week.
single
Yeah.
night after
Yep.
8.
Yeah,
There
and
you
then
go.
it turns into, well, it's too close to the College World Series now. We don't want to put a new board in and have
Yeah,
people
it is
relearn how to
7
do
months
things.
away.
Once we cross into the new year, we get too close to the College World Series.
It's almost like the diet starts Monday, but then Monday you're like, oh, but it's wing night.
And then you wanna do it after
next
col-
week.
You want to do it after the College World Series, but then it's like, well, it's kind of football season. And
I'm
so
trying to
that-
picture
yeah.
the person who would be saying these excuses, and I'm having trouble picturing them.
many people. Many people.
On many sides.
Many sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what's going on. That's what's happening here.
I've heard about the boards, and it's a funny joke to me, obviously,
Hmm.
but I had no idea they've been here for 3 years.
Yeah.
I think it's been more than 3. Genuinely, I think it's been more than 3.
Wow.
I mean, that I
Start
left 3.5
spreading the
years ago. They got them right
news.
after I left.
Hmm.
June 21 was my last. June 1st
Mm,
was my last day.
Justin the J-Sker, I don't think he likes
Barf.
us having fun with this conversation.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah?
guys, you're actually not at commercial right now. Siren emoji.
What does that mean?
I think he means, why are you
He thinks
talking
this
about
is
audio
boring.
boards? Yeah, I'm having a great time.
This
Yeah.
is what the crossover
You're a
is.
J-Sker, bro.
So is that guy.
I, for the first time ever,
Yeah.
was kind of rooting for Creighton volleyball because I wanted to see
I was as well.
collective
Creighton?
J-Sker
Mhm.
heads explode, trying to figure out how they were gonna.
Josh is a
Because I get
J-Sker.
the basketball thing here and there. They've
Mrs.
got excuses.
Mr. Voice of women's basketball.
I am the voice of sometimes voice of women's basketball. Had a
Most
great
of the
time last
time.
night.
Women.
They made it 3, and I went.
Nice.
"Ugh."
Did you do a word of the game?
I did say. What did I say yesterday? There was
Chicken
one of the
pox.
Was
phrases.
it hoop in the harm or
I said the
handshake
hoop. I said the
meme?
hoop in the harm. I forgot to say handshake meme.
Ah,
Yeah, but I did say hoop in the harm. I'll say handshake meme next year when I call a game.
you won't remember.
You're done now?
No, next year is in like next year.
Oh, you idiot.
See you next year.
He started doing that yesterday, and I'm
You
surprised he
idiot.
didn't start.
Yeah,
it
we'll say
sooner.
that to Mitch Holtis today, Stibbs.
Okay.
See you next year.
The Broncos will see them next year
Nice.
in the playoffs.
When is the last time that they played in the playoffs? Was it when they ruined their lives in 1998 or 1997? The late now. They have not played in the playoffs since then,
Believe
right?
so.
They never did in the Manning era.
I believe so.
Ho, ho, ho. My dad
We'll
was
have to
at
look
that
up
game.
before we have them on.
My
They could-
dad was at the playoff game that January night when the
They could
Broncos
end
beat
Patrick
them.
Mahomes.
I've been saying all season that the Chiefs are going one and done in the postseason. I've been saying it all year.
I disagree.
Well, I hope
with
they
that,
don't go
for the
one
record.
and done now because I don't think the Broncos. It's a lot harder for the Broncos to play them in the first round now. They moved
Harder?
up. They moved up a seed. The Broncos did,
Yeah.
and I don't see them.
Because what are you,
losing-
the
I don't see
six?
them
Are you
losing
the six
first
right now?
seed. Yes,
And you probably
There's
won't be the
seven, right?
Who?
There's 7 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the 6th seed now. But we do. But the Chargers are the 7th seed. So and we play them Thursday. So
Chiefs
that could
might be
swap.
the 2. I mean, it'll be.
Especially if Mahomes doesn't.
Well, they'd
play,
have to be
I
the
guess.
3.
They could fall to the.
Yeah.
So
They'd
here's
have-
how they
that's
would
what I
fall
mean.
to
They'd
the
have to
3.
be the
They
3.
could lose to the Texans, and then if they lost to the Steelers, suddenly then the Bills would they would be the 1, and the Steelers would have the tiebreaker. The problem is that the Steelers have 4 losses, and so they would still need they would need the Chiefs to lose out.
This is also
St.
we're
Patrick
also
Mahomes.
assuming the Broncos are winning out, and I don't see that happening.
So maybe
it's
they
very
are the
possible
7.
they could drop down.
I guess this week,
This
tomorrow
week, if
probably
they
decides,
lose,
right?
If they lose tomorrow, they would drop back down to the 7.
And there you go. So go Chargers. Go
Chargers.
Chargers.
Go
Chargers.
It's not going to go that
So
far.
we're-
I need that one win to guarantee the playoffs.
So we're rooting for the Chargers tomorrow. So the Broncos are the 7th seed, and then we're rooting for the Bills, so the Chiefs are the 2 seed, and then go Broncos.
Have you
Oh.
seen?
I don't think you won a Chiefs Broncos playoff
I do.
game.
If
I
you'd
don't-
asked me this for the past 15 years, I'd
Yeah,
have said
what-
absolutely not.
What's happened to you?
They
Has
are
Bo
they
Nix
are
filled you with hope?
trash.
Are
They are garbage.
Nick's
They are.
What do you
I
think
am-
of the Broncos?
They're. I don't know. They're pretty good.
I don't know, man.
Bo Nix threw 3 interceptions.
He loves throwing interceptions.
Which sucks.
Mm.
But
A
guess
long
what?
history of it.
Did not phase him. Came back and threw 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter to win a football.
What do you say to the people who say that it's
You're an idiot.
that you only won because Jonathan Taylor dropped the ball
They're
right
not
at the
wrong.
goal line?
But good teams take advantage of those.
That's
things.
true. That is true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Broncos teams of the past would have been like, "Oh, they're lucky us," and then Bo would have thrown a pick 6 or
Mhm.
whatever. Well, it wouldn't have been Bo, but
Tim
whoever our
Tebow.
trash quarterbacks were.
Ugh.
Hold on,
Russell Wilson.
Who is the
No.
guy? Trevor Simeon.
Trevor
Yeah.
Simeon.
Brock Lobster.
Oh.
Lobster.
Hey, he won games in a
I
year
had
they
high
won the
hopes
Super Bowl.
for Brock Osweiler.
He's so tall. He's just too tall.
He's too
He's
tall.
way too tall.
Can't be that tall and win a Super Bowl.
Brock too tall Jones.
I
Mhm.
feel like being tall would be a good thing, right?
Not if you're just skinny. If you're skinny and tall,
Because
No,
you're
it
just
would be
kinda
good.
lanky
You
and
also have
awkward.
to
Too
have-
slow. It takes too long for
Yeah.
him to deliver the football.
you got to be Josh Allen. You have to be
You can be
the
that
goat.
tall. You just also need to have skill and
girth
athleticism.
too.
Yeah, you need
Brock
girth.
Osweiler's just tall. You know, he's like
Turns
That's
out
a
he
no.
wasn't a
That's
good
a no.
quarterback.
Some people
Yeah.
say that
Yes.
that's what Ryan Kalkbrenner
Some
is.
people
Some
say-
people
Some
say.
people say that.
Some people say he's just tall. He's
I've heard
just a
this.
tall
I've heard
man.
some people say that he's also soft.
They have said
Those are usually the same people.
Yeah. Okay.
handshake meme. The Venn diagram is a
I've seen
circle.
John Bishop argue with those people. That's the only reason I know.
He
that they
does love
exist.
arguing with
He
those
does.
people.
John just loves arguing with any people.
Well,
Well, that's why. So
Got
does
it.
Josh. That's
Got it.
why they do what they do.
me?
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I argued with anybody.
It comes so natural.
yeah. My parents always thought I'd be a lawyer. I'm not that smart though, so
Yeah,
I
that
ended
was
up in
stupid
sports
of
talk
them.
radio.
What the hell made him think that?
Easier schooling, probably.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lanny is a lawyer.
Laney is actually
And
low key a genius.
Should absolutely still be in radio.
Blows my mind. No
Yeah.
offense, Lanny.
Yeah, no, seriously.
He's not
He
listening.
comes across like an idiot.
Totally.
Yeah, but he's a lawyer.
His takes were made. His football takes were made for
It is-
1994, but he hasn't adjusted them at all.
He's mad about the
since.
expanded playoff. He's not excited for this weekend. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? We're
Yeah.
gonna have all these games. It's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome. No.
His Twitter feed is incredible.
It's
Yeah.
It's
truly
incredible.
hilarious.
What if any of his
You would
bosses
think
know about it?
he's 55 years old
Or a teenager.
or
Yeah.
or 15 years old.
You're right. Yeah. Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But he's low key like a super smart guy.
he hates Deion Sanders.
He does. He does.
Like a little
does.
too much sometimes.
Travis Hunter won the Heisman and he was angry about
Trying to figure out,
everything.
like, why do you hate this guy so much?
Some comments coming in about STIBBS. Brandon
Uh-oh.
writes, how long will STIBBS be on the air? All day? The rest of the week? AKA, when can I tune back in?
Wow.
Mhm.
Stibbs is
Who
dead.
asked this?
Now, I looked at Brandon's bio.
Hello, Brandon.
Chiefs guy.
Sup?
There is
Uh-oh.
numerous mentions of Kansas City and the Chiefs.
Okay.
Stibbs isn't saying "Let's go, Brandon."
Also, Jeff
Nice.
George Brett is mentioned in here too.
Oh,
so
that
it's
guy
all
Oh, George
sucks.
Brett.
Sam writes, Stibbs, there's no Creighton men's basketball, Nebraska volleyball fans. This is a made-up character. So he's saying that iteration of the J-Skur is fake.
Creighton. Wait. What is
Creighton men's basketball and Nebraska volleyball. He says those people don't exist.
Okay,
it?
but
Doesn't
my,
a J Skirt like both?
that's my So a J-sker who likes Nebraska football and Creighton basketball, who do you root for in that volleyball?
I think
game,
he is
my
saying.
point.
I think he's saying they root for Creighton. I think if I'm reading
That's what
that
I
tweet.
like.
I would
Why?
assume that most J-skers say that they have an affinity for both volleyball teams, much like they do
Exactly.
both baseball teams.
So what do you do when they play each other?
It's
in
like
the Final
watching
Four?
the Cy-Hawk game. I like both.
No,
I would
nobody
assume
feels
that a
that way.
J-sker
Nobody
would
feels that
just-
way about the Cy-Hawk game, that's for sure.
I would assume a J-sker just picks the best team of all of those because that's how they
Interesting.
became a J-sker in the first place.
Because they like winning.
And so that's why I'm intrigued by both of them being in the Final Four.
Sam
Who
also
you-
adds, Broncos are the 1992 Packers, not a true contender, but a young quarterback plus some proof of concept with the coach that should foreshadow a good future.
Yeah.
They'll
Sam
win a
lo-
Super Bowl in 3
Sam
years.
loves comparing things to the 1992 Packers.
He loves comparing anything to any Packers.
He loves
Yes.
Wikipedia.
Who was the Packers quarterback in '92?
Brett Favre.
Brett
That
Favre.
was Brett Favre. Oh, so Bo Nix is being compared to Brett Favre,
Can't wait for
I'll
the
win a Super Bowl in 3
penis
years.
photo.
Me neither.
among other things.
Can't wait for Mark Gastineau to go
What
up
do you
to
think
him.
was worse, the penis photo or the embezzlement?
Yeah, I can't wait for him to rob the state of Alabama. That'll be a good time.
Dumb debate. Write that down. We'll do that in dumb debates. What's worse?
Dumb debates, by the way,
Sexual harassment
or robbing millions.
or robbing elderly people.
Wow. Wow, what is for?
That's my
actually a
point.
great
I'm not
question.
gonna
Does it-
answer it.
is-
but
I mean, more
Is
people
Brett
are affected.
Is Brett okay? He has some sort of illness, I believe.
Bad
He's-
takes. The bad
oh.
take illness.
No,
You
I
think
think
he's, like,
it's something
actually
more than
diagnosed
that.
with something?
Yes.
What?
Let's find out.
Oh, so we can't make fun of him?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just adding it to the thing.
I think if you do something bad, you're allowed to be made fun of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Brett Favre disease.
He came down with Brett Favre disease.
It's like
Oh.
Lou Gehrig's disease.
What's he?
Pretty
He
sure
has
it's
Parkinson's.
like. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, rats.
Rats.
okay. We can still.
When did that happen?
I mean,
No, I'm not saying you can't make fun of him. I just
if
wondered.
Mr. H had Parkinson's, people aren't going to suddenly be like, "Oh,
Under.
but he had Parkinson's."
Under. The under hits.
Designated
What if
Hitler.
they came out and discovered that Mr. H had Parkinson's?
He did have some stuff going on.
He definitely had some stuff going on. Good take. His mind was a little different.
Yeah, for sure.
Things were going on up there.
He viewed some
Uh-uh.
things in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a good person.
Oh, let's see. When did he get Parkinson's?
This is like
I feel like this is new.
over the summer, maybe.
Yeah, I do feel so. He robbed people before he had Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a bad
But
person.
also, Parkinson's
September
isn't going to make you
25th.
rob people.
There you go. September 25th. That's recent.
That's not a symptom of Parkinson's.
That's true. Michael J. Fox famously doesn't rob people.
that
That's
we
right.
know of. I guess. I
Yeah.
guess we can't just definitively.
Though he
say
was a
that.
part of a very funny Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where he made fun of his Parkinson's that I highly recommend.
He was a part of a time heist once as well.
Time heist.
Oh, great way to describe Back to the
Back to the
Future.
Future.
Oh yeah.
The power of love.
Yeah.
What was
Mhm.
he heisting though in Back to the Future?
The stuff for the doc for the
Plutonium?
plutonium.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Remember the terrorists?
Oh yeah.
He doesn't remember.
I don't remember any of this.
You don't remember Back to the Future?
I mean, I saw it, but I don't remember. The
The Libyans! That's what Doc Brown yelled.
The Libyans. I remember Hot Tub Time Machine better than. I
Oh,
remember.
what a movie!
I've only
That I
seen that movie
remember.
once.
I've seen it a lot.
I've seen it a lot.
That
too. It's
tracks,
phenomenal.
actually.
I
That
love
seems
that
like a
movie.
movie
I've
you'd
seen
see
it
a
2
lot.
times.
That's a great movie.
It's hilarious.
What's the energy drink they put in the hot tub to Chernobyl?
Yeah. That's why when you said the Libyans, I was like, oh, they don't like the Russians in that one.
the
Nice.
Chernobyl.
I like
Freaking what's his name is like the main bad guy in that. Guy who plays Trump in this movie. He's like a legit actor now. He's in the Marvel movies.
What?
Sebastian Stan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah.
He's
like
Winter
a-
Soldier.
Yeah. He's
I
like a
liked
big
the
deal
guy
now.
who was in Superbad, and then
He was
he
kind of a
started
Winter
being
Soldier in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Clark
yeah,
Duke
from
Sex
Sex
Drive.
Drive?
Yeah.
That
Sex
guy
Drive
was
rocks.
funny.
He plays what's his name's nephew. Yeah.
and Rob Corddry absolutely hates his guts.
Rob Corddry hates him. Rob. So
when
they
he
were,
walks up to the card, sees him in it, he just loses his mind. He's like,
damn it! He continually throughout the movie asks some questions about his sexuality and things of that nature. It's pretty funny.
I saw that
So-
movie with my dad.
Oh,
And a couple other
Spoiler
people.
alert, at the end, they return kind of everything back to normal, except for a couple things.
yeah.
And
What
Rob
did he-
Corddry takes
It's like
advantage.
a billionaire or something, right?
Yeah,
Lugal.
it's Lugal instead of Google.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they find him on his yacht.
Yep.
And they find out that that guy is his son. Spoiler alert.
I should watch that movie again.
'Cause he
Maybe
had
that'd
sex
be a.
with
Have
his
you
sister.
seen it?
That's right.
No.
yeah.
That'd be maybe a movie club.
Wait, Hot
movie.
Tub?
Time
Once.
Machine.
Once. Didn't they
Yeah.
make a sequel?
They
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, did
I
I?
never
I
saw
don't
it.
think I saw that.
I'm sure it was
I didn't
good.
want to ruin the first one. Yeah, I saw that with my dad in the theater with a couple other people, and my dad just never stopped laughing that entire movie,
Really?
which made it that much funnier to me because just listening to my dad like laugh the whole time at the dumbest jokes. It was quite
Shout
fun.
out to
What
your
movie
dad.
was that?
Hot Tub
Hot Tub
Time
Time
Machine.
Machine.
Oh yeah,
OG.
it's great.
Do it.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Grandma.
oh,
That grandma, it's her birthday today.
happy birthday to
I
Stibbs'
don't
grandma.
remember what number. It's pretty
Okay.
high.
Jeez, Stibbs.
She's old.
Never talk about a woman's age.
She's old.
It's pretty high.
Yeah. Shout out to her. Where does she live? Does she still live here?
She's here. Yeah, we're going to dinner.
It's probably listening.
Oh, that's great.
I'll
Oh,
be at
that's
La
great.
Casa
We're
tonight.
ending the show early so you can get to
Yeah,
dinner on time.
I thought I was going to be an hour late.
Yep. Now he'll be an hour early.
Is
That's not
Grandma
how that
Stibbs
works.
listening?
She might be.
Yeah.
She might be.
Well, this conversation
hope
will
not.
definitely come up later then. I hope to find out about it.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Mm-hmm. Damn, you laughed.
She might have went to that movie too.
By the way, multiple texts coming in about Mr. H having Parkinson's. How that he might have had Parkinson's.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do we learn
know
this?
Brett Favre, Mr. H.
Handshake me.
Mm-hmm. They just shook their hands.
So it's okay to make fun of Brett Favre still is what I'm getting out of
I
this.
think so.
We just did.
I
I don't
think
think
so.
we really make fun of Mr. H that much. Or more like, like, whoa, that guy was pretty bad.
Okay, yes, that's
Most
what
of
we
us
do.
think that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope most of our
There's
listeners.
some people.
But you can also
There's
say
quite a few
Mr. H
listeners
is
who
bad
really love
and
the
also make
interstates.
fun of him.
Yeah, no, but it's just not the first reaction when you think Mr. H. It's not like to make fun of
John's,
I wish it
John
was.
makes fun of Mr. H all the time.
John's teacher did like the Autobahn.
Yeah. Some people just really love interstates.
He did give us the Autobahn. That's what his teacher said.
him. Wow,
Yeah.
what a take.
Yeah. Oh, that's a take. All right.
Do you like to drive fast? Thank Hitler.
Yeah. What if there was a movement in Germany that have billboards about the Autobahn?
That's
Are
why they
you
got so
having
many on
fun
their
going?
side.
Well, it's in kilometers
You're
per hour.
welcome for getting to work on time.
Do you
Germany
like-
might use miles per hour.
I don't believe so.
No,
I don't think
no.
so.
Why would they use miles per hour?
Use
It's
kilometers for everything.
It's Germany.
Well, some European places
Not Germany.
interchange kilometers, not interchange. They use both. Some places use both.
Not Germany. I took German.
How fast can you go?
They
I
use
learned that
kilometers.
language, so I know how they measure their distances.
There is no speed limit unless there's an accident. You're allowed to
In
go,
certain
in theory,
parts.
you're allowed to go as fast as
a
possible.
million miles.
That's why
an
there's the
hour.
line from Super Troopers. Sorry, I'm used to driving on the Autobahn.
Did you know John hated that movie? I picked
Yeah.
it for movie club and
Classic.
John
Really?
hated it.
Couldn't believe it.
John is a contrarian.
Yeah.
He is.
Him and Michael were like, yeah,
Is
we
there
don't
too
think this
much-
is funny.
Too much weed reference, probably.
He's like, I don't know. I just didn't think it was funny.
Yeah, that's all he
Maybe
would
it
say.
caught me on the wrong day.
Oh, I can see him saying that.
Definitely said
It's
it that
weird,
day. I
because
couldn't
there's
believe it.
So many jokes in that movie that John should like.
Yeah.
Plenty of poop
I
and
bet
fart
it's.
jokes.
I bet it's too much weed talk.
Yeah. He doesn't like
and I
weed.
don't.
He's
He
like,
probably doesn't.
Everyone should be able to do it. But
I don't think he ever has. So when they're doing the schnozberries, that doesn't make any sense to him. He
Yeah.
doesn't know what that feels
even
like.
though it is
I
objectively.
mean, I don't
funny.
know what it feels like either, but
it's not legal in Nebraska. Why would we know?
Exactly.
I read.
He
I've
goes
read
over-
articles.
I've watched films.
He reads about the effects that
Yeah.
it has on people.
I'm on
Yes.
WebMD a lot. All sorts of reasons.
Oh, this is how the show's going to be all day.
It's gonna be great.
This is how the show will be
I'm
all
looking
day.
forward
2.5 more hours.
Yep. Sorry to that.
It's gonna go by
Chiefs fan.
so fast.
I know. The show's
The other
almost done
ones go
already.
When are we
by
gonna
so
do dumb
fast.
debates?
3:45.
3:45.
We
3:45.
decided. I decided.
45.
Yep. 3:45. All right.
Cool.
Is this over already?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
This doesn't have to be.
Happer can stay till 5.
I would really rather not. I'm a bit exhausted.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having trouble sleeping lately?
There's that. Yes.
The baby.
Yeah.
Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
I just find myself talking so much.
You do.
That is your job.
I know, but it's too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Is it because Otson isn't here?
that's part of it
Yeah.
for sure?
You're throwing Peter under the bus again?
Yeah, I
Poor
did that
Peter.
yesterday.
He's doing his best.
It's not.
No, Peter's doing fine.
he's
Peter's doing
great.
a very good job.
It's not the fill-in producer's job to become the
Exactly.
second host. So
Exactly.
you're just lucky when you
Then
have
I just
Otson
have to
here.
talk the
Yeah.
entire time.
You do
Only
talk
you had
more.
a cool co-host that could sit next to you and talk about the Broncos and Cade Warner.
Let me just say on the record, I would love that.
STIBBS coming back to the zone. The Happer and STIBBS show.
Let's come up with a name of a show so that every time we have to get a new host, we don't have to change the name of the entire show.
Okay.
And then
Like
do a
what?
bunch of new like imaging and
Like what?
I don't know. Unsportsmanlike conduct's taken.
What about the slash line? You can talk about
Figure out
baseball.
other penalties.
Let's do what's another
Face mask.
No, yeah. What is
Holding.
Like there's other names.
Welcome to holding.
Isn't there other terms for unsportsmanlike conduct like penalties?
Personal foul.
There's personal foul. You could
Personal
say,
foul would be
"Welcome to
funny."
Personal foul.
Just bring back game time. No one else is using that.
Why don't we have
Yeah.
game time?
Why did we
Seems
switch
pretty
it?
easy. I
Game
don't
time
know.
with
That
Connor
was my
Happer and
point.
Mike
Why didn't we
STIBBS.
switch it? Why did we switch it at all?
It had a clock as the logo.
God, that
Do you
was
remember
so
that?
This place
cool.
just loves names as titles.
I hate it. I hate that my
By the
show
way,
is named the Connor Happer Show.
We're changing our show to John and Josh in the afternoon.
No, we are not.
No,
I would hate that.
it's not fun.
Yeah, I don't
Illegal
wanna-
procedure.
That's a good penalty.
That might have been what I was thinking.
Illegal
That's fun.
procedures.
Illegal procedure.
Tripping.
Illegal shift. Delay of game.
Delay of game is good.
That's
Delay
good,
of game
'cause you're-
actually
'cause
is
you're
kinda
trying to
good.
kill the clock. That's what we're all doing, right? That's what a radio show is. It tries to kill the
but
clock
it does
of the day.
imply
for-
that we're
mailing
not
it
having
in.
that much fun and we're just trying to get to the end.
That's true.
That'd be a fun bit, though.
But it's about the audience. It's the audience is killing their clock because they have.
You
Yeah,
can-
we're trying to make their day go by fast.
That's right.
bingo.
It'd be a fun bit, though. You could give really good, genuine takes, but sound uninterested in every single one of them.
STIBBS.
Sure. Yeah, I'm good at that. I'll do that a few times.
What about
today.
halftime? Says Star Wars Fiend. You are the middle show
Oh,
of the
here we
day.
go.
Halftime is good.
Welcome to
It's a
halftime.
long halftime. People would be annoyed. Be like, why is
It's
halftime
a
so
Super
long?
Bowl halftime?
Yeah.
4-hour halftime. It is
How
a
many
long
songs
halftime.
are they going to do?
It's an option.
Anyway, my advice to NRG Media and 1620 The Zone is to come up
Mhm.
with cool show names. So you
1620, the midday show.
so you don't have to keep changing your name and logos and imaging every 6 months. Just an idea.
Thank you,
Ian
STIBBS.
writes sports chats, but chats with a Z.
That's the
Oh,
stupidest thing I've
anytime
ever
you
heard.
can get Z in there
What
instead
about
of an S, I'm for it.
Are we going to do sports with a Z, too?
What about-
All three of
yeah.
them.
What about the
Sports
sports
chats.
chat boys? Sports chat.
I would
boys.
rather call it Mr. H. The Mr. H hour.
Well,
you actually have to say-
Sports chats shows with Z's.
If it's- hey,
Sports
if,
chats
you, if you do the Mr. H,
boys.
you have to actually say the name though. So when you bring on guests from out of the
Welcome
state,
to Hitler.
I thought we were getting away from names. That's the point of this.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a
but hey,
redo.
it's not any of our names. Hey, let's preview the Super Bowl this week with the guest covering the Chiefs. Welcome to Hitler.
Welcome.
It sounds like a Tim Robinson sketch or like a
Well, it's
something
kinda
like that.
that,
Like he's
'cause
got a sports radio show. It's like I think we're going back to Hitler.
Oh, that's a good bit.
the producers, the music or the
Oh, no.
musical or whatever, and the producers, the musical is called Springtime for Hitler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of that.
Here you go, another name idea. All right.
Plenty of ideas. Thank you, STIBBS, for your advice.
Yeah, do with it what you want.
I appreciate it.
Illegal touching.
Disconcerting signals.
Illegal
yeah.
touching
Disconcerting
is fun.
signals.
Illegal touching.
With Z's.
Mm-hmm.
I want to circle back to holding. I think holding could be fun because then all of your headshots could be you guys just holding each other.
Oh, that's cute.
Brandon Chit Chat Show. And
That's
then he adds, I
cute.
guess I'm still listening. Yeah, Brandon, the Chiefs fan, still hanging out. Chit
Hi,
Chat
Brandon.
Show. That's what John calls every show, is a Chit Chat show.
Chat show.
What about
Welcome to the-
dudes being guys?
The Boys Show.
With Z's,
Yes.
The Boys.
I get-
BOIZ.
the boys.
There you go.
I'm kind of down for that.
Welcome
be
to the
honest.
Boys, not the Amazon show.
Or John.
There's no
That's why
murder.
we spell it BOIZ.
Exactly.
Get away with copyright
Got to
stuff.
differentiate.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good crossover, everybody.
Goodbye.
It was great to see you, Connor.
See you
I
all.
will see you soon, it seems.
Soon.
Oh.
Soon. Yes.
All right.
We're going on a date later.
That's the
It's coming to my
crossover.
grandma's birthday party.
Brought to you by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha at everlevelconcrete.com. USC starts next on 1620 The Zone.